Man, we can't believe we got sent here by Zee and Zounna instead of Addison, Liam and Maddie.
I know, Classic Caillou. It's just not fair. So let's call Lucy about this situation.
Yeah, good idea, Carl.
Lucy, put that phone away and let's get back to work.
Hello?
Hello. So Lucy, are you at school?
Yes, I am Carl. Now what happened to you?
I'm afraid I hate to say this, but
Carl and I got sent to Iqaluit by Zee and Zounna because we ruined Timberly's 4th birthday yesterday.
All right, that's it. That is the last straw. I am not putting up with this any longer. I am going to have to call Zeta and Mr. Morris about this right now.
Okay then, bye Lucy.
Hello. So Lucy, are you at school?
Yeah, are you?
Yes, Zeta and Mr. Morris, I am. Now listen carefully. I received a call from Carl and Classic Caillou, and you are not going to believe what Zee and Zounna did to them.
Oh no. Please don't tell us Zee and Zounna disobeyed me after I specifically told them to send Addison, Liam and Maddie to Iqaluit.
Actually, there was more than just that. It appears that Zee and Zounna just sent Carl and Classic Caillou to Iqaluit, all because they ruined Timberly's 4th birthday yesterday.
Oh really? Well, I better tell Mr. Morris to check on his phone. Just give us for a second.
Okay Zeta.
Thanks Lucy. Okay Mr. Morris, I would like you to check on your phone to see if Zee and Zounna did send Carl and Classic Caillou to Iqaluit or not.
Okay Zeta. Oh, for crying out loud. I think Lucy was absolutely right, Zeta. Zee and Zounna did send Carl and Classic Caillou to Iqaluit instead of Addison, Liam and Maddie.
Oh my gosh, thanks for reminding me.
Did I just hear that Zee and Zounna sent Carl and Classic Caillou to Iqaluit instead of Addison, Liam and Maddie?
Yes, they did, Miss Trunchbull.
Oh my goodness gracious. How dare they do that? They need to be sentenced to prison until Christmas break for sending the wrong people to different places.
I agree with that. Lucy, Mr. Morris thinks you were totally right. First, I specifically told Zounna to send Liam and Maddie to Iqaluit. After that, I specifically told Zee to send Addison there. And then, they just sent Carl and Classic Caillou there. So that is the last time they disobeyed me.
Yeah, and since they disobeyed her, I'm going to have to call the police, so they can arrest Zounna and Zee after they take 2 of their flights back to Toronto.
Okay then, you take care now.
You too, bye.
Lucy, didn't Mrs. Robin tell you to get back to work?
Yes.
Then, why didn't you?
It's because I just received a call from Carl and Classic Caillou and they told me that Zee and Zounna just sent them to Iqaluit, so I decided not to put up with this any longer.
Oh, so what did you do?
I called Zeta and Mr. Morris the same thing. Now listen carefully, okay?
Okay, we'll listen.
Thank you. So first, Zeta specifically told Zounna to send Liam and Maddie to Iqaluit. After that, she specifically told Zee to send Addison there. And then, they just sent my best friend Carl and Classic Caillou there. So that's why Mr. Morris is going to call the police right now so they can arrest Zee and Zounna.
Wait, what the? No, this cannot be happening. Lucy, tomorrow's Maya's birthday.
Well, I don't care.
No, you need to care. Besides, Zee and Zounna did the right thing, cause Carl and Classic Caillou ruined Timberly's 4th birthday yesterday. And he is not your best friend, he's a very bad boy. So just for using your phone during class, you just owed me 10 minutes.
Yeah, so after school, you can stay in detention until 3:30. Now if you don't mind, I have to tell Mrs. Clementine to call Zee and Zounna about this situation.
So Zee and Zounna,
Did you send Carl and our son Classic Caillou to Iqaluit?
Yes guys, we did.
Yeah, I agree.
thank you Zee and Zounna.
This is going to teach them a lesson for ruining Timberly's 4th birthday.
And we think Dylan wants to tell us something important for tomorrow.
Okay then, take care now.
You too, bye. Hello Dylan. So is there something you want to tell us about?
Yes, Zee and Zounna, I do. Tomorrow is Maya's very special day.
Wait just a minute.
Do you think tomorrow is Maya's birthday?
Yes, it's true.
Wow, we can't believe she's going to be 11 tomorrow.
Yeah, so is it okay if we can call Addie, Maya, Colin, and Layla?
Oh, sure you can.
Thanks Dylan. Goodbye.
Hello?
Hello Addie, Maya, Colin, and Layla. How are you guys doing?
We're doing just fine. Thanks for asking us.
You're welcome. So Maya, do you have a plan for tomorrow?
Yes, Zee and Zounna, I do. But before I can tell you, I need to ask you something. Who's calling you?
Hello, Addie, Maya, Colin, and Layla.
Oh, hi, Mrs. Clementine. So, you're leaving the phone on to listen?
Yeah, that's correct. So anyway, Maya, carry on.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Clementine.
Now Maya, what is your plan?
My plan is this. I'm inviting you and Zee to my 11th birthday party tomorrow.
Wait, is this true?
Yes, Zee and Zounna. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I agree with my sisters Addie and Maya.
Yeah, me too.
We are glad to hear that, but we think someone else is calling us.
What? Oh no. Don't tell us it's Zeta again.
Yes, we are afraid so.
And we think there are 2 more people who are calling us.
Oh, are they Miss Trunchbull and Mr. Morris?
Yet, are they?
Yes, absolutely. And we don't think they are too happy about what we did.
Not too happy?
No, we're afraid not.
Okay then, be careful. And tomorrow, be there by 9 o'clock in the morning.
We will, kids. Bye. Oh no, Mrs. Ramirez, I don't think it's going to be good.
No, Mrs. Clementine, it isn't.
Zounna and Zee.
Okay Zeta, Mr. Morris, and Miss Trunchbull. We can explain.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Shut your mouth. Lucy already told us what happened. I just checked on my phone to see what you and Zee did wrong. I already called Toronto Police Department, and I think they're going to arrest you 2 after you take 2 of your flights back to Toronto.
Yeah, that's right.
No, listen, Maya.
Zee and Zounna, save it.
That's right. You two should have thought of that before you decided to disobey me. What did I say about sending the wrong people to different places?
Ugh, not to do it.
Correct. So why did you send Carl and Classic Caillou to Iqaluit after I specifically told you to send Addison, Liam and Maddie to Iqaluit? Please give me the reason.
Alright Zeta, fine.
The reason why we sent Carl and Classic Caillou to Iqaluit is because Bowser called Mr. Kuyak to call me and Zounna to do it. There. Now you know the reason.
What the? Right, that's it. Bowser has gone too far this time. He needs to understand that Addison, Liam and Maddie are the ones that are going to be sent to Iqaluit by you and Zounna.
Because she was not supposed to steal Karen Mickerson's credit card, and her cousins weren't supposed to be trying to cut Classic Caillou's internet.
And one more thing. We are glad you gave Zeta the reason. So we are going to let you go now.
Okay then. Bye Zee to Mr. Morris and Miss Trunchbull.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Zee and Zounna, thanks for letting me leave the phone on to listen. I am going to have to report Lucy to my office right now.
With pleasure, Mrs. Clementine.
Yeah, anytime. Bye. Lucy Van Pelt, report to my office immediately.
Lucy, is this true that you're going to get Zee and Zounna arrested?
Yes, Mrs. Ramirez, that's correct. The reason why I'm going to get them arrested is because they were supposed to send Addison, Liam and Maddie to Iqaluit, not Carl and Classic Caillou.
Well, Lucy, Zee and Zounna did the right thing by sending Carl and Classic Caillou to Iqaluit, cause they ruined Timberly's 4th birthday yesterday, and besides, Maya is inviting Zee and Zounna to her 11th birthday party tomorrow, so if you get them arrested, you will hurt her feelings. You wouldn't want that to happen, would you?
No, I suppose not.
Good, now you may go back to class.
Freeze, you 2 are under arrest for sending Carl and Classic Caillou to Iqaluit instead of Addison, Liam and Maddie.
Yeah, that's right. You 2 were supposed to send them to Iqaluit, not Carl and Classic Caillou. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you. Now come with us to the police car. We are going to take you to jail, and you can stay there until Christmas break.
That's right. So what are you waiting for? Let's go.
Perfect. Now that Zee and Zounna got arrested, I am going to use my magic to make Carl and Classic Caillou move back to Ontario.
That's a good idea, Zeta. Besides, Zounna and Zee were supposed to send Addison, Liam and Maddie to Iqaluit, not Carl and Classic Caillou.
I know, Mr. Morris, and I didn't like them disobeying me.
Wow! We can't believe we got sent back to Ontario.
I know, Carl. Thanks to Zeta's magic.
Wait, what?
Zeta's magic? Oh, my goodness gracious. Honey, I think Zeta just used her magic to make our son Carl and Classic Caillou move back from Nunavut to Ontario.
Oh my goodness. How dare Zeta do this? She needs to understand that Carl and Classic Caillou were supposed to stay in Iqaluit until Christmas break, because they ruined Timberly's 4th birthday yesterday.
I have to agree with that. So I better call Iqaluit restaurant waiters about this situation.
Yeah, good idea, Frida.
Oh, good evening, Mrs. Casagrande, and how can we help you tonight?
Good evening. You are not going to believe what happened to our son Carl and Classic Caillou.
Really? What is it?
You see, I'm afraid I hate to say this, but it appears that after they got sent to Iqaluit by Zee and Zounna, Zeta just used her magic to make them move back to Ontario.
What? Are you kidding us right now? Why in the world did Zeta use her magic to make Carl and Classic Caillou move back to Ontario? She should know they were supposed to stay in Iqaluit until Christmas break, because they just ruined Timberly's 4th birthday yesterday.
I have to agree. Zeta should be ashamed of herself for what she did to Carl and Classic Caillou. Thanks for telling us, Mrs. Casagrande. We'll call her right away. Okay then, you take care now. You too, bye.
Excuse me, but why are you calling me?
Because I need to tell you something important.
Well, what is it?
Zeta, we just received a call from Mrs. Casagrande, and she told us that you used your magic to make Carl and Classic Caillou move back to Ontario. Why did you do that?
It's because Zee and Zounna just disobeyed me for the last time. So they have completely lost their chances.
Wait, what? Are you kidding us right now?
No, we are not kidding. We are being very serious. We just received a call from Lucy Van Pelt this morning, and she told us that Zee and Zounna sent Carl and Classic Caillou to Iqaluit instead of Addison, Liam and Maddie. So I decided to call the police to arrest them, so they can stay in jail until Christmas break.
What? No, you can't be serious right now. How dare Lucy get Zee and Zounna arrested? She should know she's not allowed to do that, because Maya is inviting them to her 11th birthday party tomorrow. So if they are still in jail, they will miss it.
Yeah! And if they do, she may begin to cry.
Well, Lucy had the right to do that.
That is correct. The reason why she got Zee and Zounna arrested is because I specifically told them to send Addison, Liam and Maddie to Iqaluit, and they disobeyed me.
Wait! They disobeyed you for the last time after you specifically told them to send Addison, Liam and Maddie to Iqaluit?
That's right. So we are going to hang up now.
Yeah, so bye for now.
Wow! Just wow. You know what? That's it. We've had quite enough of this. We are going to have to call New York restaurant waiters right now.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Good evening, and how can we help you tonight?
Good evening. You are not going to believe what Lucy Van Pelt did to Zee and Zounna.
Okay, then what did she do?
You see, we're afraid we hate to say this, but
it appears that she got Zee and Zounna arrested, all because they sent Carl and Classic Caillou to Iqaluit instead of Addison, Liam and Maddie, which was against the law.
What the heck? Why in the world did Lucy get Zee and Zounna arrested? She needs to understand that they didn't do anything wrong. because they did the right thing by sending Carl and Classic Caillou to Iqaluit to teach them a lesson for ruining Timberly's 4th birthday.
Don't worry, we'll call Lucy right away.
Okay then, have a good night.
You too, bye.
Excuse me, but I really need to get some sleep.
You can do it after this. Now listen to us.
Why did you get Zee and Zounna arrested?
It's because I received a call from Carl and Classic Caillou and they told me that they got sent to Iqaluit by Zee and Zounna. So I decided not to put up with this any longer.
Oh my goodness gracious, how could you say that?
Yeah, thanks to you, Zee and Zounna are going to miss having a birthday celebration for Maya tomorrow, and she may begin to cry if they do.
I agree. Nobody wants to let that happen.
Well, they kinda deserve to be sentenced to prison, because Zeta specifically told them to send Addison, Liam and Maddie to Iqaluit, and they disobeyed her, so I'm afraid I need to have a good night's sleep. Bye.
Wow, just unbelievable.
Okay, Lucy. Come with me to Maya's bedroom at the second Christmas store.
Oh, okay, Mr. Morris. And this time, I won't fail.
Thank you. Now come with me.
Sorry, Mr. Morris, but she's not coming with you.
Oh no, we're not going through this again. Just let your daughter come with Mr. Morris so they can go to Maya's bedroom at the second Christmas store.
Yeah, I agree with Zeta. Now please let me pass, so we can go.
My wife is right, so we suggest you leave Lucy alone until her grounding time is over.
Mr. and Mrs. Van Pelt, stop it. Just let your daughter come with Mr. Morris right now.
That's right. And if you don't, Zeta will call Leigh to send you to Adelaide, Australia.
How about no?
Alright then, Mr. and Mrs. Van Pelt, you had your chance.
Yep. I'm going to have to call Leigh to send you to Adelaide, Australia right now.
Alright, this is getting on our nerves.
Hello, this is Leigh speaking. Who is this?
Hi Leigh, this is Zeta the Sorceress speaking, and I want to tell you something about Lucy's parents.
You're talking about Mr. and Mrs. Van Pelt?
That's absolutely correct. You see, they just refused to let their daughter come with Mr. Morris to Maya's bedroom at the second Christmas store.
That's true, Zeta, because if she tries to ruin Maya's 11th birthday, I will send her to Adelaide, Australia.
I'm sorry, Leigh, but I'm afraid her parents decided not to let Mr. Morris pass.
Well still, Leigh will send Lucy to Adelaide, Australia, if she tries to ruin Maya's 11th birthday.
Come on, Sue, I am talking to Leigh. So please let me finish. Now Leigh, I would like you to send her parents to Adelaide, Australia, please.
Zeta, they are non-troublemakers now, and besides, Lucy is a troublemaker, so she will be the one who is going to be sent to Adelaide, Australia by me.
Ugh, Leigh, I beg your pardon, but you won't send her to Adelaide, Australia. I demand you send her parents to Adelaide, Australia now, because they refused to let their daughter come with Mr. Morris.
Zeta, she's not going to send them to Adelaide, Australia.
Jann, just let me finish please. Leigh, this is your warning. If you don't send Mr. and Mrs. Van Pelt to Adelaide, Australia, Mr. Morris will call the cops to arrest you. So I suggest you do it right this instant.
Zeta, quit it. I am not going to send them to Adelaide, Australia, and that's it.
Yeah, Zeta, that's correct.
Zeta, come on.
Leigh, last warning. Either you send Mr. and Mrs. Van Pelt to Adelaide, Australia right now, otherwise Mr. Morris will call the police to arrest you. Please make your decision.
Arg, fine Zeta, I'll do whatever you want.
Thank you, Leigh. Goodbye.
For crying out loud. Zeta, there's no way Leigh is going to send Mr. and Mrs. Van Pelt to Adelaide, Australia. Besides, their daughter Lucy is a troublemaker. So, like Leigh said, she will be the one who is going to Adelaide, Australia.
I'm sorry, but she needs to send her parents to Adelaide, Australia. Well, that doesn't matter. So Zeta, I'm afraid I have no choice but to call Mr. Quack to call Leigh to return here, because Mr. and Mrs. Van Pelt are not moving to Adelaide, Australia, and that's it. Come on, this is serious. Let Leigh send them to Adelaide, Australia. We're sorry, but we don't have a choice. Goodbye. Hey, like I said before.
All right, Lucy. Now that we are in Maya's bedroom, which birthday gift would you like to take?
I would like to take a musical globe, please.
All right. Maya's musical globe is the answer. Wow, it sure has 8 Chaos Emeralds. What do you think?
You're right, Mr. Morris. The first Chaos Emerald is yellow. The second Chaos Emerald is blue. The third Chaos Emerald is red. The fourth Chaos Emerald is green. The fifth Chaos Emerald is purple. The sixth Chaos Emerald is orange. The seventh Chaos Emerald is cyan. And the last Chaos Emerald is pink. Whoa, they were too bright.
I know, and I don't think you like it when they are so bright. So come on, Lucy. Let's bring Maya's musical globe to the electrocution room at Smithy's factory house. Liv and Peyton, why isn't the door locked again? Didn't Kate Miranda Jones tell the other kids many times to lock the door once they leave?
Yes? What do you think you are talking about, Mr. Morris?
Liv and Peyton, he's talking about the door that it's not locked. So now you girls are going to let King Daddy take all the stuff away from Smithy's factory house for the 5th time. That belonged to the League of Entitled Karens?
Yep, that's right.
Well, not this time.
Why not, Zeta?
It's because all the stuff belonged to the League of Entitled Karens. So I suggest that you girls lock the door right now.
Sorry, but that's not going to work. We do not want Lucy to ruin Maya's birthday.
Liv and Peyton, quit it. Just lock the door.
And we already told you we are not going to let her ruin Maya's birthday.
You girls better not make Lucy fail her job again. And besides, today is Maya's birthday. And we are not going to let her have the best birthday ever. So, either you lock the door right now, or I will use my magic to make it lock. Please make the right decisions.
How about no?
Right. You girls have lost your privileges. I'm going to use my magic to make the door lock right now. There. It's locked.
Thanks, Zeta, for using your magic to make the door lock.
With pleasure, Lucy. Now you might as well tell Dr. Dark Eggman to fire the electricity sparks, and fast, because the Chaos Emeralds are going to make Maya's musical globe play the annoying music in about a minute.
I'm on it, Zeta. I won't let them do it.
Hey Lucy, how is your day?
Dr. Dark Eggman, I don't have time to answer your question. I need you to go in there and fire the electricity sparks, and fast, because I think the Chaos Emeralds are going to make Maya's musical globe play the annoying music in about 30 seconds.
Got it, Lucy. And I know you hate it.
Yeah, that's true.
You did it, Lucy. You've finally won. That musical globe is gone. Now Maya won't be able to hear that annoying music anymore. Zeta and I are so proud of you.
I agree with Mr. Morris.
Wow, thanks Zeta and Mr. Morris. You two are the best.
Anytime, Lucy.
Lucy Van Pelt, you are so grounded until 2024. I am calling the police to arrest you right now.
I have to agree with your mother. You are so busted right now once the police hear this.
Lucy, just ignore your parents, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Now let's go to my office.
Freeze. You are under arrest for committing a lot of crimes.
Come on, we are not doing this again. Get out of Mr. Morris's office right now, or I will have the League of Entitled Karens taking you to court when they get here.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry, Zeta and Mr. Morris, but I am arresting Lucy right now, and she is going to the interrogation room so we can get more information about her.
Addie, has anyone seen Zounna and Zee?
I'm sorry, Maya, but I don't know where they are.
Oh, I'll tell you where they are. You see, Addie and Maya, they are at the police station, which means they got arrested by Lucy last night.
What the heck? No, this can't be happening. Zeta, yesterday I just said to Zee and Zounna I am inviting them to my birthday party.
I agree what my sister said, and our cousin Layla told them to be there by 9 o'clock in the morning. So why did Lucy get them arrested?
Addie, it's because I specifically told them to send Addison, Liam and Maddie to Iqaluit, and they disobeyed me. So Mr. Morris had no choice but to call the police to arrest them. As for you, Maya, maybe next time.
No, Zeta, I don't want next time. I want Zee and Zounna now.
Well, Maya, that's too bad, because they should have thought of that before they decided to disobey me. You see, they told me, Mr. Morris, and Miss Trunchbull, that Bowser called Mr. Quack to call them to send Carl and Classic Caillou to Iqaluit, just after I told them to send Addison, Liam and Maddie there. So, like I said, maybe next time, got it?
Zeta, stop it. You're making my sister even more sad, and besides, she really wants Zee and Zounna now. Also, Lucy needs to understand that they didn't do anything wrong, because they did the right thing by sending Carl and Classic Caillou to Iqaluit to teach them a lesson for ruining Timberly's 4th birthday.
Addie, knock it off. Lucy had the right to get Zee and Zounna arrested, because they were supposed to send Addison, Liam and Maddie to Iqaluit, not Carl and Classic Caillou. So I decided to use my magic to make them move back to Ontario.
Wait, what? How could you do this?
You see, Addie, Zee and Zounna just disobeyed me for the last time. So they have completely lost their chances.
No, Zeta, you need to stop this. Carl and Classic Caillou were supposed to stay in Iqaluit until Christmas break, because they ruined Timberly's 4th birthday 2 days ago, since Miley and Macy caught surveillance footage of them doing this.
They did what? Oh, for crying out loud. I should have known it was Miley and Macy who did it to Carl and Classic Caillou the whole time. Have they lost their minds? They need to understand that Addison, Liam and Maddie are the ones that are going to be sent to Iqaluit by Zee and Zounna, because she wasn't supposed to steal Karen McCarranson's credit card, and her cousins weren't supposed to be trying to cut Classic Caillou's internet. So Addie, because Miley and Macy made the boys get sent to Iqaluit by Zee and Zounna, I'm going to have to call Jann to send the girls to Japan.
What? Japan? I don't think that's a good idea.
Hello, this is Jann speaking. Who is calling me? Hello Jann, this is Zeta the Sorceress. I'm calling to tell you, because Miley and Macy made Carl and Classic Caillou get sent to Iqaluit by Zee and Zounna. Well Zeta, they did the right thing, because Carl and Classic Caillou ruined Timberly's 4th birthday 2 days ago. So I'm afraid they are going to stay in Canada. Nope. Sorry Jann, but they need to move to Japan. So I want you to leave Nunavut and move to Ontario first. Second, send them to Japan. Third, leave Japan and return to Canada. Last, leave Ontario and return to Nunavut. Okay. Excuse me, but I'm afraid I can't do that, because Japan is way too far from Canada. So I'm afraid they can't go.
Jann, please, this is serious, you know what you have to do.
First, leave Nunavut and move to Ontario. Second, send Miley and Macy to Japan. Third, leave Japan and return to Canada. Last, leave Ontario and return to Nunavut.
Okay. Zeta, this isn't working. You have to let me get busy here, because the waiters don't want me to leave this restaurant before 6:30.
Goodness gracious heavens, Jann. I shouldn't have to repeat this again.
Send Miley and Macy to Japan right this instant.
All right, Zeta, this is getting on my nerves now. I am not going to send them to Japan, and that's final.
Come on, for the last time, Jann, they are going to Japan, because they made Carl and Classic Caillou get sent to Iqaluit by Zee and Zounna.
So,
Zeta, don't start with this over and over again. Jann is not going to send Miley and Macy to Japan, and that's the end of it.
Excuse me, Sue, but I am almost done talking to Jann. So please let me finish.
My wife and I have to agree with that. Like they said, Japan is way too far from Canada, so the girls can't go. Besides, they did the right thing, 'cause Carl and Classic Caillou ruined Timberly's 4th birthday 2 days ago. So, leave Jann alone.
And like I told Sue before, I am almost done talking to Jann. So the reason why you have to let me finish is because Miley and Macy need to get punished. So no, I am not going to leave her alone until
we don't ever want to hear about it. Miley and Macy are staying in Canada, and that's the end of it. So goodbye for now.
Well, Zeta, my sister and I know you are angry, all because you wanted Miley and Macy to get punished by getting sent to Japan by Jann.
Yes, Addie, that's why I was almost done talking to her. But instead, Sue and the waiters stopped me from calling her.
That's true. You see, Japan is way too far from Canada, so she cannot send the girls there.
Well, Addie, you know what? I'm afraid I am going to have to call the police to arrest Jann, because she refused to listen to Zeta after she told her to send Miley and Macy to Japan.
Miss Trunchbull, please, Jann doesn't want to go to jail.
I'm sorry, Addie, but this is what she gets for refusing to listen to me.
No, Zeta, listen. Miley and Macy did the right thing, 'cause Carl and Classic Caillou ruined Timberly's 4th birthday 2 days ago. And like I told you before, Maya really wants Zee and Zounna now.
Come on, Addie. I already told your sister she can see Zee and Zounna next time.
Zeta, knock it off. Now you're making my sister cry. You need to stop, right now.
Addie?
No, she's right. Maya was supposed to invite Zee and Zounna to her birthday party today.
That's right. Yesterday they just received a call from me and I told them that it's her very special day. So we can't believe that Lucy ruined her birthday.
Well, Dylan and Colin? Maya deserves an unhappy birthday, because she, her siblings, and her friends disobeyed the League of Entitled Karens twice after Kate Miranda Jones literally told them many times to lock the door once they leave in the past.
Well, Zeta, on April 4th, 2023, they decided not to let Paper Luigi 99 ruin Emma's 8th birthday. And on August 2nd, 2023, they decided not to let Lucy ruin Melody Luna's 4th birthday.
Guys, stop it, that is enough. Now you are pissing me off. You know what, that's it, I've had quite enough. I'm going to my lair to work on my computer to calm me down.
Zeta, just where do you think you are going? We are not done yet.
Jann, you are under arrest for refusing to listen to Zeta after she told you to send Miley and Macy to Japan. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you. Come with me, please.
Excuse me, officer, but there is no way Jann is going to get arrested.
Miss Trunchbull, why did you call the police to arrest Jann?
It's because she just refused to listen to Zeta after she told her to send Miley and Macy to Japan.
And we said we don't ever want to hear about it. Please, Miss Trunchbull, we are not going to repeat this again. Miley and Macy are staying in Canada, and that's it. So goodbye.
All right, Lucy, it's time to go.
No, I thought Zeta called you to send my parents to Adelaide, Australia.
Well, that's too bad, Lucy.
Because Bowser already called Mr. Caillou to call Leigh to send you to Adelaide, Australia.
I agree with Officer Chris and Agent Henry. Now come on, no buts, no excuses, and no exceptions.
Wait, what the heck? No. Honey, I can't believe that it's already past 9 o'clock. Which means Maya's 11th birthday just got worse today.
Oh, 4. Crying out loud. First, Lucy got Zee and Zounna arrested last night, and then today, she just made Maya's musical globe and the Chaos Emeralds lose power and get into a big black hole.
I know. All because she didn't like the annoying music. So I'm afraid she made her cry.
Or, poor Maya. She really wanted to have the best birthday ever.
I know, honey. I'm sorry to hear about her. Poor Maya is never happy at all. So I better call Iqaluit restaurant waiters about this situation.
Yeah, I think they will love to hear about poor Maya.
Good evening, Mrs. Casagrande. What's up?
Good evening.
Wait a minute, Mrs. Casagrande. Why are you sad?
I'm afraid I have no choice to say this, but it appears that it's already past 9 o'clock, which means Maya's birthday just got worse today.
My God. We are so sorry to hear about her.
I have to agree. Poor Maya. It's very sad that her 11th birthday got worse.
Yeah. So I'm afraid it made her feel extra heartbroken, and it's sad that she cried so badly.
Yeah, I know. So by the way, Leigh is sending Lucy to Adelaide, Australia.
That's good. This will teach her a lesson for getting Zee and Zounna arrested, and ruining Maya's 11th birthday.
That's correct. First, she got Zee and Zounna arrested last night. And then today, she made Maya's musical globe and the Chaos Emeralds lose power and get into a big black hole.
That's right. Lucy needs to understand that Zee and Zounna didn't do anything wrong, because they did the right thing by sending Carl and Classic Caillou to Iqaluit to teach them a lesson for ruining Timberly's 4th birthday. And she also needs to realize that making Maya's musical globe and the Chaos Emeralds lose power and get into a big black hole might make her cry. Okay, we're going to hang up now.
Okay then, have a good night.
Mom and Dad, what did I just hear from my room last night?
Wait, you heard us from your room last night?
Yeah, that's right.
You see, Carl, I couldn't believe that it had already passed 9 o'clock last night, which means Maya's birthday just got worse. So I decided to call Iqaluit restaurant waiters about it.
Wait, what?
That's right. Also, they told me that Leigh is sending Lucy to Adelaide, Australia.
Yep, I thought so. I'm gonna have to tell Zeta, Mr. Morris and Miss Trunchbull about this situation, because yesterday I thought I heard her calling Leigh to send Lucy's parents to Adelaide, Australia.
Well, Carl, that's too bad, because Bowser already called Mr. Caillou to call Leigh to send their daughter to Adelaide, Australia.
Oh my God! I can't believe Bowser did this to my best friend.
No. She's not your best friend. She's a very bad girl.
I'm sorry, Mom and Dad, but I'm afraid I must leave.
Oh, good morning, Carl.
How was your sleep?
My sleep was going just fine, Zeta, Mr. Morris and Miss Trunchbull. Now listen to me. I just heard my parents receiving a call from Iqaluit restaurant waiters from my room last night, and they told each other about Leigh sending my best friend Lucy to Adelaide, Australia, to teach her a lesson for getting Zee and Zounna arrested, and ruining Maya's birthday. Also, My parents said that Bowser called Mr. Caillou to call Leigh to send Lucy to Adelaide, Australia, and they told me that she's not my best friend. She's a very bad girl.
Oh my god, how dare your parents say that? They do not ever say anything about Lucy again, 'cause that hurts her feelings.
Yeah, I agree. And Bowser needs to understand that Mr. and Mrs. Van Pelt are the ones that are going to be sent to Adelaide, Australia by Leigh, 'cause they refused to let their daughter come with Mr. Morris yesterday. Wow, we can't believe Bowser did this. And you know what, that's it. We've had enough of Leigh sending your best friend Lucy to Adelaide, Australia instead of her parents. Since she disobeyed me for the third time,
I'm going to have to call the police, so they can arrest her after the plane lands in Adelaide.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay, I'm going to see if our precious kids are awake yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Mommy.
We think the plane is going to land in Adelaide for Leigh and Lucy in about a couple hours.
Thank you, my precious kids. This will teach Lucy a lesson for getting Zee and Zounna arrested and ruining Maya's birthday, and I'm glad to see that you two are awake.
This is your new home. You will stay here until Christmas break, so I can send you back to Canada. So enjoy yourself.
Not so fast. Leigh, you are under arrest for sending Lucy to Adelaide, Australia instead of her parents. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you. Now get in the police car, so we can take you to jail, and you can stay there until Christmas break. And then we can take Lucy back to Adelaide Airport, so she can go back to Canada.
Don't worry, Lucy. We will take you back to Adelaide Airport right after we take Leigh to jail.
Oh, thank you, officer.